We kind of already, I think, living in the digital era, everybody's using ChatGPT and living in their phones and gadgets, and still feels like digital art not on the radar enough, and there's not enough exposure and stories around it. What could be the challenge here?
So one thing I should note is that the situation is much better now than it was, let's say, 10 years ago. So approximately around 2017, 2018, like a big art world, and by big art world I mean top galleries and top art fairs such as Art Basel, the Frieze, Arco and others started to selectively exhibit some contemporary and also old digital artists. But in general, things are still more or less in how you describe them. One reason is people maybe prefer put their money into objects and to collect objects. Maybe we wonder about the obsolescence of technology, how this works can be maintained. Is this video still going to play 10 years from now? Is this computer going to run? Which is a legitimate concern. When you think about the whole term, digital art and media art, right? The term emphasizes the use of particular technology, computers, the web, interactivity. But I would say since the 1960s and 1970s, modern art has really focused more on ideas, the way the artist has become like a project manager, right, or an intellectual. And particular media, particular technologies used to execute these ideas often became kind of secondary, because modern art, broadly speaking, has really became media agnostic. Artworks, in a way, almost function as technology demos. And this is why, we see them exhibited at technology conferences such as CIFRA, right? And maybe there is not enough attempt to create something which is more subtle and also something which is more ambiguous. The top artists who are using technology today, they are celebrated, right? They are sold for millions of dollars. They get these huge commissions by museums, but we simply don't call themselves digital media artists.
What would be your tip for artists then that trying to work with this technology, not focusing more on the tools and skills and tech itself, but how to dig deeper on that emotional level, how to target emotions and experience of the visitor that you're trying to get your message to?
To me, contemporary art is kind of field where there is one great thing, and there is 50,000 awful things, and there is not much in between, and there is actually not really any recipe. So I would say, ultimately, you need to have big talent, you need to be very driven, you need to try to push very hard and go as deep as possible into a particular area you're investigating. My best advice, don't go into contemporary art because most likely you will fail. Right? So go do something else which will be more useful to society.